Hello and welcome to this video where we're going to be diving into how to create an ebook lead magnet funnel. And I'm primarily going to be talking about how to do it in Canva and Kajabi, but the things I talk about are going to be relevant to any platform of your choice. So we're going to be going into how to create an ebook, how to build the funnel, like what steps in the funnel, and that's relevant regardless what system you're using. Funnily, I just finished recording this all and I had recorded it to my computer instead of the cloud because I was like, I'll just have it straight on the computer so I can upload it straight to YouTube. Didn't check to make sure I had enough storage on my computer, and when it went to convert the file, it was like, but computer says no. And apparently you're meant to just be able to recover the files, but they didn't recover. So I'm recording this again. So feel extra loved that I am doing this twice because I really want to share this knowledge and share this process with you. Also, I am doing it because I've recently done a new ebook funnel, and so it's like alive for me, and I'm like, yeah, let's do this while I'm like, it's fresh in my mind and I can share it like from that place of I've just built the funnel. And I've been creating ebook lead magnet funnels for many years now. I've done many for myself and I've also done many for clients. So it's not just oh yeah, I just created a funnel and now I'm going to teach you. It's okay, this is like probably the 50th ebook funnel I've created. I've done it for many for myself and then also many for clients. And as I said, like I'm talking about Kajabi today, but I've done this exact same process in ClickFunnels, in Lead Pages, in Squarespace, in Showware. You can pretty much pick whatever platform you're already using or pick a platform that you choose, and it's the same steps that are gonna apply. It's just like these are the steps to put it through, and I'm showing Kajabi because that's what I use. But let's dive in. Okay, so before we dive into like the techie pieces and the ins and outs of let's create an ebook, let's first talk about like why would you want to use an ebook as a lead magnet as opposed to any of the other millions of things you could choose from. So personally for me, it makes sense because I like to write. I'm a visual person, I'm a reader. And so when I can have that ability to dive deep into a topic in the written form, it makes sense. It may not make sense for you if you're not somebody who likes to create in that way, then maybe like webinars and workshops and that kind of stuff are more suited to you. So this is for the person who really feels drawn to create an ebook. There's a big wide world of possibility out there, and you only have to choose the strategies and the things that feel aligned and alive for you. If you're sitting there going, oh my God, like creating an ebook sounds like hell, don't do it. Do the thing that's going to feel alive and exciting for you, because that's what's going to magnetize the people to you. So for people that are considering it, why do ebooks make powerful lead magnets? We live in this fast-paced, crazy digital world where there's quick tips and sound bites and TikTok videos and reels, and everything's like vying for your attention, but it's just like that fast-paced, like get in, get out, like that quick stuff. And we're here for more than that, right? We want some depth. So that's what ebooks offer. It's like a deep dive and a way to like draw people deeper into your world and really like share your expertise and create an immersive experience. So unlike these like quick social media posts that are just like click and done, this really draws somebody in and shares a lot more with them. So it allows someone to go deeper in the topic with you and gain real value from the start. So for us as business owners and creators, they're a really fantastic way to demonstrate expertise, build credibility, and share high value content, all while creating a pathway for potential clients to engage with us on a deeper level. Now, specifically, why do ebooks create a really compelling lead magnet option? They build authority and trust. They provide real tangible value. We're not just like throwing something up to say, hey, give me your email, and then like actually not providing something valuable. We're actually creating an ebook that really gives them results. So it's not like some of that stuff you see out there that's just like a 5-page ebook that really gives nothing. It's like, okay, how can I actually pour some love and devotion into this and really give people an experience that's going to give them like an insight into what it's like to work with me and what they can get, and like give them some quick wins. So then they go, okay, if I was able to get these wins from this piece of content, what could I actually gain from working with you? That's the intention. It helps attract a targeted audience. So people are like drawn to your topic, they're drawn to your niche, and if they're engaging and like really liking what they get from you, then they're going to be like like they're targeted and they're already engaged and they want to go deeper. It generates evergreen, high quality leads. So it's something that you create once and then you can share over and over and over in lots of places, and other people can share it for you. And you can like use ads to go towards it and things like that. So it's something that's constantly generating leads. And then it acts as a bridge to deeper engagement. So for one, like people could be resharing it, or like if they really enjoy that, then they've got ways to then reach out and learn more about how to work with you, and we'll talk about how to do that. So in essence, ebooks serve as a high impact, high value tool to attract and nurture potential clients. They're ideal for creatives, entrepreneurs, and visionary leaders who want to build authentic connections, showcase unique insights, and offer genuine solutions to your audience's biggest challenges. So speaking of that, how do you actually identify a topic that your audience is hungry for? You don't just want to throw up an ebook that nobody wants, or it kind of defeats the purpose. So the right ebook topic resonates deeply with your audience's needs, desires, and challenges. And here are some ways that you can uncover topics that will captivate and attract them. So survey and listen to your audience, like social listening on social media. Be aware of what people are commenting, what people are asking in your networks, on your posts. What are people engaging with? Where are they asking more or wanting to go deeper? Like, what are the threads that are common? And like piece that together and gather data, and then actually be like, oh, that's a common theme. That's something that people are asking about a lot. How can I create something around that that's going to support more people and really answer that question? Doing polls and surveys. So you could do this in your Instagram stories. You could do this in Facebook posts, like those little short things where you're asking a question. What's your biggest struggle with? If you could have a step-by-step guide on anything, what would you choose? And like asking your audience what they want and then delivering it to them. And of course, they're going to be happy because they're like, hey, that's what I asked for. You actually listened and you paid attention. Yes, I'm excited. And observe patterns in past interactions. So clients, your wider network, your audience, what are some patterns that come up regularly, and how can you address that in this piece of content that you're creating? Beyond your like direct audience, you could also look into Google and keyword research and SEO trends. So look up keywords and phrases your audience is searching for using tools like Google Trends. These can give insight into popular search terms that reveal what's top of mind for your audience. Pay attention to long-tail keywords or question-based phrases. For example, a phrase like how to overcome creative blocks, or steps to boost creativity, or how do I, like my example here, how do I start a creative business? And then it not only has the question that you're thinking of, it has all the things people are actually searching. And then you can answer these questions in your content and use that in keywords when you're promoting it and all of that kind of stuff. And then lean into seasonal or timely needs. So for example, like when I'm recording this in November, it's the end of year, people are starting to like think about, oh my God, next year's coming. How do I prepare for that? What do I do? And like, how can you tie that in with your content and your messaging? Or if it's the end of the year, it's like reflection and renewal, rebirth, all of this kind of cycle. Or if we're at the start of the year, it's like goal setting and how to make the most of 2025 and like really channeling that excited energy of yes, new year, new me, all of that kind of stuff. Or like the middle of the year, like winter, or depending where you are, it's either wintry or summery vibes. What kind of vibes relate to that? So really like working with the flows and the seasons, but also keeping in mind like you don't want to be creating new stuff all the time. So how is it something that's seasonal for when you're launching it, but also something that's actionable at any time of the year so that it is evergreen? And then once you've got your topic, what you could do, one little added bonus thing is you can take that into ChatGPT and then you can really like give it all this data that you've researched and be like, okay, now help me come up with a really compelling title, and ask it to help you structure it so that it's flowing in an order that makes sense. Some ideas for how to actually structure the content to give value, but also lead to deeper offers, because the aim here is like we're drawing leads in, but we also want to turn those leads into potential customers. So what's the correct balance to be able to be like, hey, I really value you. I really want to share this value with you. And just in case, if you do feel like going deeper, here's those ways. So you're weaving both in. You're respecting them. You're actually saying, thank you. You gave me your email. I really want to share this value with you and give you some results and give you some wins. But if you want to go real, if you want it like more and you want to go deeper, I do have these paid offers that you might be wanting to work on or work with me with. Great English there. So how does that flow? You want to begin with an inspiring introduction, start with a story or case study or insight that highlights the importance of the topic and actually connects with the reader's situation. So, and like inviting them into a vision of what's possible with the right guidance, which is your guidance, hopefully. So like subtly hinting at your expertise and deeper offerings. And then you want to break the ebook into actionable high value sections. It really helps to have structure and contents and like titles and sections so they know what they're getting. Define the topic, why it matters, challenges people might face, share the key strategies, frameworks, or practices. So actually like giving them something that they can digest and action and get results with, and like provide a mini how-to or exercise they can complete so they feel an immediate benefit and build trust in your expertise. And then you want to create natural pathways to your offerings. So you can have soft calls to action throughout the ebook, invite like gentle nudges, inviting them to explore more. Something like a want a deeper dive on this? Our course offers a full module. Or if you'd like more personalized support, check out our membership where we dive deeper into. So you're threading that through in relation to the content. And then like at the end, it's like, okay, we've gone really deep here. I've shared all of this stuff. By the way, if you want to go deeper and if you really want to get this result that you came here for, the next logical step is to continue the journey. So for example, now that you have the foundations, the Creatrix Coven can help you bring those ideas to life in a really structured and supported and nurturing way. And then like a really good way to round it out is to include a resources section. So like a highlights page that has, hopefully if you've got a bank of resources, like links to your own stuff, but otherwise it could be other stuff that you resonate with, like maybe affiliate links and things like that. But basically it's valuable and it reinforces your expertise and shows like, hey, there's like so much stuff here, and this is just a taste of what you can get. So now that we've like got an idea of why ebooks are valuable and how to structure them, let's talk about the creative process to actually bring it to life. Because before you can build the funnel, you need the thing you're actually going to give to the people in exchange for the email. So remembering like we're asking for their email. It's a really valuable thing on the internet these days. It's People look at trusting you, and you really want to give them something that's valuable in exchange. So I personally prefer to use Canva. I have done ebooks in Google Docs before, and I, as a creative person, I'm like, oh, it really didn't feel as exciting. For this particular one, it made sense though, because it was about breaking free from the busyness, and it was about systems and structure and like just getting stuff done. So it made sense to not then waste time like going overboard on design and making it pretty and fancy and all of that. It was just okay, we're here to like really simplify structure and streamline business, make it as easy as possible. Bam, like follow a step-by-step process. It's all laid out in Google Docs, really simple, straightforward, none of that like fancy pages and stuff. So depending on what your business and topic and all of that is, a Google Doc could be perfect for you. And then you can just like bring in a few little like Canva elements. The cover was created in Canva and stuff, and like the little graphics and things that I've used throughout, but mostly it's just like really straight, clear, to the point, suiting that message. For my creative power ebook, doesn't really make sense to create an ugly Google Docs thing when I'm talking all about unlocking and expressing and being creative. It's like, okay, well, showcase the creativity and actually show people how to be creative. So then it makes sense to do it in Canva. And you'll see in all of them though, I've followed this structure that I spoke about, where I've got the introduction, it's got actionable sections, there's pathways to my offerings, and there's a resources section. So in each of them, it's like there's subtle links throughout. And then at the end, it's like, okay, these are the ways you can work with me and what next. So, and there's sections and a contents. So whether I've done it in Google Docs, where it's not as pretty, it still follows the same structure. In here, it's a lot prettier, but it's still following that structure. There's an introduction, there's showcasing the creativity, there's like, you can see there's sections, there's like actionable steps. This is the how-to section. So there's like the introduction where I'm talking about creativity and the journey and all of that. And then it goes into, okay, how do you actually do it? How do you get into your creative channel? How do you build a creative business? What are the tools and apps you need, and all of that kind of stuff. So there's resources and tips and strategy and stuff all the way through. And then at the end, there's a clear what's next. You can join the coven, you can access my meditation, you can receive my newsletter, you can connect on Instagram. So it's not a hard sell, but it's an invitation on, these are the things that you could do next with me. So that's the ways you can do that with your ebook. How to actually create it, you come into Canva and you would just search at the top, type ebook and click Canva templates. It'll come up with like ebook cover, and you can come and choose one you like. And then from there, for the actual, like obviously I'm just throwing something here that's not the cover I would use. You would make it on brand and put your own pictures and stuff. And then from there, for the elements, for the design, I look up things like report has a lot of good like layouts that you could use, like contents, like different structures. So you just go through and search for designs that you like. So report could be a good one. Worksheet is a bit more like if you're giving them activities. But yeah, like just look through the various templates and you'll see different layouts that you could use. And once you're happy with that, and you've written the ebook and it's all designed, then you come to the next phase. So you also, obviously, whatever templates you're using, you want to make sure the branding represents your brand. So you go through and like if you're going to use that same layout all the way through, then you can just like make sure the first page is ready to go, and then you just clone the pages. So you're not having to rebrand every page. So it's nice and easy. And then what you would want to do is you want to create the pieces to promote it. So that's a mock-up. So something like this here is an example of my ebook. But how you do this is you come to elements and you search. You've got an app, which is a mockups app. So that's like in with Canva now. Personally, I wouldn't use them because they're not really on brand. So I prefer to make my own. So I just come to Canva elements, and you'll see I've done this recently. And then just like search. So search for iPhone, and then it's got the frames there, and you put that in, and then you can resize and all of that kind of stuff, layer them how you want them layered. For an ebook, I would probably do like iPhones and iPads, because not many people are going to be reading it. Like the idea is that they're reading it on a reader, so like a phone or a laptop. So just think about like what's going to engage people and make them visually think, oh yeah, I'm reading that on the go. It's my ebook. So you'll see like I've done, and what I do is I put the cover and then I just pick a few excerpts and put them in. So then you group it together and you can download that as a transparent background. So then that can be uploaded in the landing page. It can be uploaded in the emails and all of that kind of stuff. So, and like social media posts and things like that. So that's the point of having the mock-up, is it brings it to life, so that when you're promoting it and sharing it externally, people can kind of visualize the experience of what they're going to get, rather than just like this flat cover image, which isn't really exciting to look at. They get something that's alive and vibrant, and actually like they can picture themselves in the experience. So that's how you make the mock-up. And that's all like the designy creative pieces. One note that like is a plus for doing it in Google Docs is if you're someone who's prone to want to edit and add things, change things over time, then having it in a Google Doc is great, because you just share the link, and then if you change things, it's always going to refresh it. You don't need to then go change links in emails and landing pages and all of that kind of stuff. It's just the same link all the time. Whereas obviously if you create an ebook in here and then download it, if you then decide, oh, I need to change something, or that's not active anymore, I want to change the thing I'm selling, things like that, then if you re-download the ebook, you're going to have to re-upload it in all the places and make sure all the right things are set up. So you want to be really on top of that. So that's just another thing to be mindful of if you're looking for ease and systems and like things that are going to work well. Google Docs is great if you're looking for prettiness and a really engaging, beautiful experience and something that people are going to like really value and want to reshare, and like getting it out there promotionally. And then Canva is good. So really think about your intention and goals and what it is your message is and what's going to suit that better. So that's all the design stuff. Then how do we actually set up the lead magnet funnel? So as I said, I'm going to be showing you how to do it in Kajabi, but it's literally the same kind of steps in any system you're using. So I've done it in ClickFunnels, Leadpages, Squarespace, Showit, always the same steps. The bonus of doing it in an actual funnel system is they usually have an actual like funnel that brings in all the steps, so you don't have to think about the steps. So here there's like a free book funnel, and it actually then maps it out, and then you just click the things and change what you need to change. So for instance, here's an example. This is the original ebook funnel when I made it a few years ago. So this is what Kajabi does. It lays all the steps out, it creates the form, it creates the email sequence, creates the pages that are going to be relevant. So you've got your landing page with the form ready to go. It like has the steps and the funnel overview. So then you don't need to remember, oh, I need to create a form. Oh, I need to create an email thing. Oh, I need to set up that automation. It's got it all done. And then you just need to worry about the design and writing the emails and putting the copy on. So it makes the process easier for you. For doing it more recently, I wanted it to be on brand and I wanted it to match my other pages. So I did it through the landing pages and I just cloned a different page, but then I have to remember, okay, what are the steps that I actually want? So I've got the landing page and then I've got the thank you page. So that's me remembering to create both of these. And then I've got the form that you have to set up, which gets embedded in the landing page. So you have to come to forms, create that form, come back. So it's a bit more back and forth when you're doing it yourself, but you just need to know the steps. And because I've built so many of these funnels, it like comes second nature to me. I'm like, I know, okay, I need to create the form to go into the landing page. I need to create the email sequence that the form is going to link to, and then I create the pages. So if you know the map and you know the steps, then it's easy to remember to do it all. If you don't know the steps, then like pick an inbuilt funnel and do all that, but then it's like less likely to be your design. You need to create the design from scratch, which is why I don't like using the funnel templates. So you'd come and you'd create your form. Personally, I used to always do single opt-in, but these days I lean more to double opt-in. It just, especially if you're worldwide, it makes sure you're aligning with the GDPR rules like UK and other places that have these different standards. It's just better to be compliant. So having that and then making sure you have the automation turned on so they actually get subscribed to the email sequence. And then that's like the techie integration-y pieces you do. I would make sure that at least the first email is set up before you create the funnel so that you've got that like, okay, I've got it ready to go. So for instance, the first email is the one where you actually give them the ebook that they've signed up for. And then you can add whatever other emails you want to in the sequence, but just make sure you've got the first email so that when someone does sign up, they're actually getting the thing. And this is what I mean, like with the download ebook, if you're just putting a Google link, then it's great. Like you never have to worry about changing links in any sequences or thank you pages. If you're putting an actual PDF that you've downloaded from Canva, then you want to make sure that it's the right version. So that's how you create the email sequences. Again, whatever platform you're doing, just make sure you have at least the one email and then have as many follow-up emails as you want. So this one, I've got 5 emails. I may add more to it over time. Like I've always got the one that downloads the email. Then I've got one that's like a bit of my story. And then it's like, hey, this is how I can help you, weaving that stuff in. And there's like sequences and stuff, like templates and stuff you can download. You could ask ChatGPT, like, how can I structure, like, this is my ebook, this is the content inside. What would be a really good email sequence to promote beyond that and to invite people deeper into my world? These are my offers. How can I bring that through in the email sequence? So just being really like thinking strategically, because then this is like remembering this, like you don't, then it's done. You don't have to be sending emails all the time. Like you could do a full on 30-day or 90-day sequence. And then when someone downloads that ebook, especially if you're doing ads and stuff, even if they don't buy straight away, they're receiving consistent communication from you, even if you're not online. It's just there. The system is working without you having to work. So this is the beauty of having a funnel sequence and having your ecosystem ready so you know what you're offering before you go and build the funnel is important, because if you've got nothing to lead people to, then all the front end marketing is kind of like, okay, well, I put all this effort into getting these leads and now they're dying on the back end. So having like knowing what you're offering and then knowing how to tie that in with the email sequences and stuff is really valuable. And then for the actual landing page, so you've got the front page, which is the one that says, hey, here's my ebook. Doesn't need to be super in depth, like especially if you're not doing Facebook ads, if you're just doing it on Instagram and like promoting to your warm audience, something basic is fine. If you are wanting to then go down like the ads route, then you are going to need to put more, like have testimonials, have examples and things like that and go deeper. But for a simple like organic funnel, then something like that is really simple and easy. You just need the one page section, have the mock-up there, and then have the button that goes to the form. And so when they enter their name and email, then it goes to a thank you page. And this is where it's your opportunity before they even get to your inbox to invite them to take the next action. So you'll see when it first lands on this page, there's no buttons under the video because I don't want to just be like, hey, here's bombard you with links. I want to actually like share this video. I'm saying, thank you. While you're waiting for this to land in your inbox, I've got something really quick I want to share with you. This one's a really simple video. It's just me like talking to the camera quickly saying, thanks so much for downloading this. While you're waiting for it to come into your inbox, like I just wanted to share with you, this is a bit of what I cover inside, but if you really want to journey deeper, I've got my Creatrix Coven, which is really committed to like building a community to support creative business owners to thrive and to set up their systems and all of that kind of stuff. And it's just like a 2-minute spiel. It's not a long one. Like some people would use this as an opportunity to go into a VSL where it's like a 15 or 20-minute video that dives deep into what's next in the funnel and that kind of stuff. I'll experiment with that. I've done that in other funnels in the past. My Tech Witch funnel, I did that. And then it's like fully taking them on the journey. But for now, this is just a quick bridge video. And then you'll see like after a minute or so, learn more about the Creatrix Coven button comes up, and then the next button that comes up will be download your ebook, and the other one's connect on Instagram. So give like based on what I've said in the video is when the buttons come up, and that's something you can do in Kajabi in the landing pages. You can have a timer. So that's how you actually like don't bombard people with being like, oh my God, they're trying to sell me more things now. It's like, actually, hey, I just wanted to say thank you so much and just share a little bit about why I created this book. And by the way, this actually like leads into the next step of the journey, which is this. And that way, if people don't read the ebook straight away, they've got this quick little video from you, which will then be like, hey, actually, like if you want to go into more with me, these are the options to do so. So in Kajabi, if you're creating call to actions, you can do a time reveal. So that's where each button then reveals at a different time. So this one comes up in 75 seconds and like time it to where you're speaking in the video. This one is 105 seconds and then 115 seconds. So that is essentially how you create the ebook and then create the funnel. So on here, I've got like that links to, this is what I'm saying, like the button, like they can download it on the thank you page. So then if for some reason they don't do the double opt-in and don't end up receiving the email straight away, they've at least got this page and they've got the option to download it here. But yeah, then they'll also get it in their inbox. So you're covering 2 bases. And then in the emails, obviously having the book in there too. So that's how you lay out a funnel. And then the main thing from there is testing and tweaking. So checking in your stats, like where are people dropping off in the emails? What links are people clicking on? And that kind of stuff. So then you can see, okay, like what do I maybe need to tweak? How many clicks are coming into the page? all of that kind of stuff. So you'd get that in your analytics, and then you know, okay, well, there's this many visits, but there's not that many people clicking through. So what do I need to do on the front page? Or there's lots of people clicking through, but then they're not opening the emails. So what do I need to change in the emails? So really like using those stats to be like, where do I need to optimize? And then, sorry, one more thing is like, how do you actually promote it and how do you share it? So the 3 places I promote is my Facebook and my Instagram. So Facebook, I have a pinned post. So in there, I mention I've got my ebook, and then there's a link to it in the comments. Same thing in my cover image. I believe it mentions, it just says the cover there, but I could put it in my cover image too. I have had cover photos before where it actually promoted my ebook. So there, like that one, DM to get my free ebook. So that's the obvious thing that people get. So just play with those kind of designs. Instagram, I have it in a highlight, so that in my resources highlight, there's a thing in there. It's also in this pinned post. So one of the first things people see, there's the options for how to work with me, and it's got the ebook there. You could have its own dedicated post. And then just like sharing it to stories once a week to remind people, hey, I've got this thing if you want it. Letting like, so then it's like consistently reminding people and allowing your list to keep growing. And then Pinterest too, you can have a board that's like a resources board, and then you could use something like Tailwind communities and things like that, where you share the pin and then people are resharing and stuff like that. How do I get that back? How do I get back to my profile? So you'll see like in my folders, I've got like, I haven't done it for the new ebook yet because I literally just created it last week. But like for TechWitch, I had TechWitch resources, and so I have the ebook funnel and other resources and stuff in there. And then in my Tailwind communities, I'm posting it, so then it gets reposted. And so it's just automatically, the pins just keep going out and people keep having the opportunity to share it. So that's how you can like leverage automated systems, so you're not having to do it all the time. Same thing on YouTube. You could have like your pinned video that then has links to various resources. So your home, like the first video that people get, you could be like, download my ebook for further, and like have that in the caption, like you see I did there. It's the old ebook, but at least it's still relevant to my message. So there are the different ways you can promote.
Not for, and who this is for.
Stop that video. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this video on how to create a lead magnet funnel. If you would like to get like a feel for my ebook and actually experience the funnel for yourself, the link to the ebook is underneath this video. And that's something that I also encourage, is like modeling off people. So if there's people's funnels that you like, then like be like, okay, like that's what I liked about that sequence. I like how they did that bridge video, or I like that the button was on that page, or I like the way they did the email. So actually subscribing to people to get a feel for the journey and get a feel for what you enjoy and what works for you and what doesn't work for you will really help you to create a funnel that feels aligned and alive for you, but also has like the key elements that work. So doing the research and taking the time to put it into place is really valuable. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing your ebook lead magnets and funnels out there. Enjoy.